Hello geography fans, and in this video we are going to be looking at a scenario in which the United States and a couple of their major allies, Japan and France, go to war with OPEC. Now I don't know too much about OPEC, but I was just testing out the new features that MapChart has, and I saw that OPEC was an option, and so I was like, let's make OPEC and the US and major allies fight. Now, the United States alone is probably enough to defeat all these blue countries, but US getting from where they are to Iran, that's a bit difficult. So, to help them out, they've drafted in France and Japan into this war against OPEC as well. Now, the United States is also going to have to fight Venezuela over here. France, they're probably going to be fighting Algeria and Libya for the first bit, and I could probably see Japan's navy going down and maybe trying to make a landing on Iran, but it's a little far-fetched. Japan's probably gonna send troops over to the front lines that France and the US are starting and not actually try and go out and attack the Middle East themselves. But let's see where this war goes. The first thing we see happen in this war is the United States, even France, because they have some bases over here on these islands, we have them making a joint naval landing off the coast of Venezuela, with the United States landing on the western coast and France landing on the eastern coast. The next thing we see happen in this war is France making some naval landings on Algeria and some larger ones on Libya. Obviously, France is going to be focusing a good majority of their military on Algeria. I mean, they've already captured the capital of Algiers, so Algeria is probably not going to last much longer. See, there's something you gotta know about these countries like Libya and Algeria. You may think, oh, well, they're huge countries. They would put up a pretty good fight against France, Compared to France, they're actually bigger, but size doesn't always mean power. They've got coast and then desert. Usually, these giant African countries, once their coast gets captured, they're pretty much done for. Well, Venezuela died. And now we see the United States spreading some freedom in Africa. And France has captured all the coast of Algeria and Libya. So yeah, these two countries aren't going to last much longer at all. And Japan has arrived in Iran. The United States has managed to completely capitulate Angola, and these two countries, Nigeria and this group of countries, are dying. Over here we see Algeria and Libya capitulate, and we see that Nigeria and the Congo are close to capitulation. Japan is spreading their imperialism in Iran. Nigeria, Gabon, and the Congo capitulate, and now it's just the Middle East that remains. Saudi Arabia is attacked, with the United States landing in the north and France making a smaller landing in the south. Japan is still absolutely annihilating Iran. After a few months, we see that the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia have been completely occupied by the allied nations, and Iraq and Iran are close to capitulation. Kuwait also got occupied. A few days later, OPEC surrenders. So, yeah, this peace treaty makes no sense whatsoever, but let's go over it. Starting over here, the United States gets all of Venezuela. I think that's a pretty obvious one. France is given all of Algeria and Libya. I don't even think France would be able to hold on to all this modern day. Japan, surprised they even get anything at all, they get all of Iran and Iraq. Because France got such a large amount of land over here, they only get Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates from here. The United States is given all of Saudi Arabia, which again, I don't think the US would be able to hold on to all of that. One, because it's far away, and two, because I just don't see them being able to hold on to all of Saudi Arabia. I mean, they couldn't even hold on to all of Afghanistan and Iraq, so I don't think they'd be able to hold on to Saudi Arabia. But if you thought Venezuela and Saudi Arabia were enough, oh no, the United States also took over all of these guys down here. So, yeah. Good luck to all three of these countries holding on to all that. But that is going to do it for the United States and allies versus OPEC. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.